Hey guys, Bad Infos here with a top 5 video. Here I'll show you my picks for the best games of 2003. I hope you agree with my list. If you don't, that's fine. Let me know which games you like the most and I'll check them out. So here we go, in my opinion, the best games released in 2003. Postel 2. This game does not give a damn. It's one of the weirdest games I have ever played. You play as the postal dude and you have to do some chores. Get your paycheck, pick up milk, return a book and a few others. Sounds boring, right? Well, there's a lot more to it than that. Everything gets in your way, from protesters and even Satan. This game is stupid and it knows it. Somebody pissing you off? Piss on him. Someone in your way? Stick a shotgun up a cat's ass and use it to kill them. Not stupid enough for you? Well, how about you kill someone and use his head to play football? Yeah, you can do that. If you get easily offended, then stay as far away from this game as possible. But if you don't care and like to scroll around for hours and getting yourself into trouble, then be my guest. The game is great. Midnight Club 2. Hands down the hardest racing game I have ever played. It takes place in 3 cities: Los Angeles, Paris and Tokyo. Each city looks great. While racing you can stick to the roads or use many of the shortcuts. In order to hit them, however, you need to have incredible accuracy and a lot of luck. There's no telling what your car might decide to do at any given moment. In order to complete the game you really need to learn all the shortcut locations and the whole layout of the cities. One mistake would definitely send you in last place with no chance to recover. It's the difficulty that sets this game apart from many others. The highlight of the game, however, is the soundtrack. It's very rare when I take a song from a game and play it in my own car. However, for Midnight Club 2 I listen to all the songs on a regular basis. I cannot find a single bad one. Do you wanna know how long it took me to beat the game? Well, in 2003 I played it consistently, almost every single day for about a year. Took a few years break and played it again in 2010 or 2011 for about a half a year consistently. Again, did not beat it. Well, in 2014 I took it very seriously and finally beat the last rival. My excitement was through the roof. 10 plus years of struggles, but it finally paid off. If you have 10 years to spare, then be my guest. I would definitely play it again someday. Downtown Run. A pretty much forgotten game which only a few people would remember. Compared to many other racing games released in the early 2000s, this one does not provide too many features. The cars take damage, but there are no damage models. They are stiff, static, and it feels like driving a brick. Even the graphics for 2003 were nothing special. There are barely any reflections and the street colors are bland. Then why is it on my list? Well, everything I mentioned makes it that more special. Sure, the cars don't have visual damage, but you don't need it. The colors are unique and driving is a lot more precise than many others, even to some games on this list. I love arcade racers and this game is the definition of an arcade racer. The main feature this game has, without which it would have not been put here, is the power-ups. Yes guys, just like games such as Revolt and Tank Racer, here the main objective is to collect power-ups and use them against your opponents. You can go fast, turn easier, repair your right, place spikes and a few others. All of them make the gameplay very exciting and sometimes very difficult. The other big feature is the so-called prestige system. The more races you win, the more prestige you gain, allowing you to buy better and faster cars. The list of vehicles is pretty big and includes many generic street cars you would see just by looking outside your window in real life. That's great, exotic cars have no place in the game since all you're doing is driving in the city and countryside. Sadly, racing games with power-ups are very uncommon, and whenever I find a hidden gem like this one, I am all over it. I have beaten this game more than 5 times and I'll do it again soon.
This is the first race of the season, and champions here are made of those who put in steady laps and keep their noses clean.
IndyCar Series, the only circular track racing game I have ever enjoyed. I've played NASCAR racing and other IndyCar games, but this one does not compare at all to the other ones. Firstly, I've never liked this sport. For me, it's just watching a bunch of cars turning left for what seems like an eternity. There's no excitement, barely any strategy and so on. This game, however, breaks all the monotony and provides a lot of fun. We can play as many racers, change the car color and even adjust how light the car can be. Not only that though, you can adjust your steering too and how much fuel you can place in your car. The less fuel you have, the lighter and faster your car would be. The opposite makes your car slower, but you have to make a lot less pit stops. And that's the best thing about the game, this strategy. Should you make many pit stops to refresh your tires and repair damage more frequently, or should you take the slow approach and play it safe? Speaking of damage, the game handles it perfectly. Want to race without worrying about fuel and cars hitting you? Great! Play on easy. Want to lose the race when someone barely taps your car and gauge the fuel levels? Cool! Play on Pro. Normal mode is a combination between the two I just mentioned. The most fun I had was on Easy mode. Here you can be as reckless as you want to and make chain crashes happen. Some cars can crash indefinitely, allowing you to lap them 10 or even 20 plus times, especially if you increase your lap number to max. Each track has a different layout, making you brake almost completely on some and never letting go of the gas button in others. Some are even at nighttime, making it hard to see the other racers. I love the game to bits and have completed the championship more than 5 times on Pro mode. It's definitely the best racing game of 2003. Neighbors from Hell. Was anyone surprised by this? I mean, come on, I have never seen someone be negative about this game in particular. And how can they be? This is a masterpiece. You play as Woody, a normal everyday guy who has a noisy and dirty neighbor. After putting up with Rottweiler's crap for a long time, Woody had enough, hired a film crew and made his own TV show, Neighbors from Hell. You have 3 seasons and each one has a few episodes. Once you start an episode, you hear a crowd cheering you on. If you idle for too long, Woody will knock on the TV screen, and of course, when the neighbor suffers a trick, the crowd laughs and has a good time. Very well made to ensure that you are immersed in the TV show idea they had. The goal of the game is to collect items and set traps so your neighbor can suffer. Completing the game is quite easy, place all the traps and watch the show. However, getting 100% is a very difficult task. You have to place the items in an order and chain them together so the neighbor's mat meter never depletes. This game is the reason my YouTube channel got the initial bump in popularity. Before I uploaded my first NFH video, I was getting 20-50 views per video, but after Neighbors from Hell 1 Season 1, everything changed. I was known as the NFH walkthrough guy. The game means a lot to me because of that reason and because I've spent so many days of my childhood finding ways to complete it with the maximum percentage. Thank you, Neighbors from Hell, for helping my channel grow and pretty much introducing me to the idea of helping others with walkthrough videos. And that's it from me, guys. Those are my favorite games of 2003. If you found the list disappointing, let me know which games you like the most and I'll check them out. Subscribe to my channel for more gaming videos and other top 5 lists. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.